My name is Simone Giertz. Giertz is spelled Giertz, but it's pronounced Giertz because my ancestors were trolls. I started on the internet building robots, so if you ever seen a girl getting woke up by an alarm clock that slaps her in the face with a rubber hand, that was me. Then I had a brain tumor and I realized that I didn't want to have an entire career that consisted of robots throwing things in my face. So I started pivoting into making products. I also once turned a Tesla into a pickup truck that some of you might have seen. This is a Lego version of it. The real one was actually much bigger.
Imagine if it was just this one. I'm also well known for that.
Thanks to Amaranth for sponsoring this video.
We're here doing another studio tour, or in this case, a shop tour.
Yeah.
I have a lot of camera nerds in my audience, okay?
Yeah.
So we normally start and we'll be like in some YouTube shot and everything is like meticulous and this is the one angle and this is how it works, right? And we just go, oh, tell me about the thing. But this one's gonna be different. We're on Patrick's camera. We don't have a second angle. Patrick's shooting on an FX30, so that's gonna be our main camera, but we'll talk about what camera you use as well.
Please don't ask hard questions. Okay, the thing is, I mean, both for the space and for me, it's like 90% workshop, 10% for shooting. Like for me, making videos about projects I build was like the price I paid to get to build it. My nerdery does not extend to camera gear, which is why we have Anna. So I used to just shoot on my iPhone, and I did that up until like a few years ago because I was like, whatever. But also the videos I would shoot would be, like my content would be very GIF forward. So it would be a shitty robot or a machine that I made, and then like the main piece of content would be the GIF of it working. So like a really short form video that I would post on Reddit. And then people started asking for more long form videos around it, but I would never really show the build of the project. Like it would just be me playing with the machine. Due to the nature of the projects
We gotta show the sound, Patrick, show the sound.
This is Scraps. She's the workshop dog and head of security. But due to the nature of the projects that I wanted to build, I was kind of forced into documenting more of the build montage, because if you want to build a table, you have to show how it was actually built. We kind of shoot it almost like a nature doc.
You're the giraffe or whatever?
Yeah. I was the giraffe trying to fight off the lion. And yeah, and I mean, it means that at the end of a build, we can end up with 10 hours of footage, which is not great.
Is this where we're standing now? Is this where you would do a lot of 2 camera angles? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a good looking shot, Patrick?
Great looking shot.
Okay.
This is what we call the hero shot. Built these shelves behind us to kind of have a lot of visual interest in it, and this also ended up, it wasn't planned to be my actual work desk, but it kind of ended up being my work desk. Only tricky thing about this is since it's so symmetric and geometric, if your camera is even just a little bit off, it's like, you can really see it. And initially the hero wall was on the other side, because I was like, oh, you want the light from the window. And then our friend Scott, who's a videographer, was like, no, you want that to be like your, what is it called, hair light?
I guess, yeah. Plus you would have to contend, again, with jump cuts, it would be more obvious that it was changing because you would have like a cloud go across your face every few minutes, whatever, right?
And also, I'm pale as and I don't want to have the sun in my face constantly.
It's Team Pasty. Let me see your arm here.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Hey,
yeah, interchangeable.
I met my match. So this is your shoulder rig. Well, not yours, I guess. This is what Annie uses.
Yep.
Let's test your camera knowledge a little bit.
No,
just
you can't.
It's easy. Do you know what camera you're using?
A7S3.
Well, in this case, that's an A7 IV.
A7 IV.
But I have heard that you guys use an A7S III, so I don't think you didn't make something up. Why is this an A7S III?
It just got out of the shop.
24-70 zoom lens. Okay. You are using a Condor Blue cable, which is cool because I'm a friend of Condor Blue.
Really?
But you're not using a
This is great.
a purple one
Wow.
with my face on it.
Marketer. My life became so much easier since I got the purple cable. You look like the meme of the uncomfortable man, like the older man who smiles uncomfortably.
I think that was kind of a bit of motivation behind it, you know? It's my like creepy smile that whenever somebody's like, hey, can you send us like a headshot or whatever? I'm like, sure.
Yeah, that's great.
What's going on with this?
It's just so Anna can put it down and work on it without it tipping over. So
Oh, and you put a little plate on the...
yeah.
That's smart. And then that same plate probably goes on your tripods or whatever.
Yeah, and this is how it sits in the camera cabinet as well. So it doesn't always topple over. It's just so clunky and awkward otherwise.
I like it. The 4x4 is probably not any less clunky. But
No, but it's like at least it can sit down upright and you don't have to put it on the side.
does the dog approve?
Yeah.
Puts your butt on it. Wireless go-to. I asked if you were familiar with these when I put one in your pocket.
But the one that you have
Oh, it's true.
is
It
different.
doesn't have the recording.
Yeah,
That's right. Okay.
It doesn't record locally.
For this video, as usual, we have the Rode Wireless Pros and the Sennheiser MKE2 Lavs. Do you usually attach lavs to your Goes and then?
Yeah.
And which lavs do you guys use?
They're Sennheisers. They're old, but
We try to keep it out of frame. I used to mount it behind my shirt, but we're not trying to pretend that we're not filming.
Even though it's a nature doc?
They
They don't lav up the giraffe.
in her natural build environment.
Any particular reason why you went with an A7S3 or an A7 IV, whatever, like a Sony camera over any other camera?
Just a versatile camera, and since we do product photography as well, we kind of want a camera that can do both.
That makes sense.
So yeah, so we both shoot YouTube videos here, but also I run a product business and we do all of the product photography in-house. So it needs to be just a versatile camera.
And I assume you probably use autofocus for video. Right?
Okay, we're gonna come around and just
like-
shoot this from here.
And what microphone do you like to use?
Whichever one picks up her very potent barks. Why are you being so cute?
Oh, cutie.
She's such a little star.
The camera's on.
She's been in so many of my videos because I like doing projects where I solve everyday problems and she causes me a lot of problems. So, good source of inspiration.
What's your voiceover setup? You just kind of go, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people do their voiceovers in like a sound treated space, so
Yeah.
it sounds really dry. But maybe it makes sense to have a similar ambience for the voiceover as it would for the rest of the show.
You can attribute a smart reason to it. It's just that this is what I
You're welcome.
say. Yeah.
How does it sound, Patrick? It actually doesn't sound as like reverberant as I would have expected for a shop. Normally shops aren't treated. You know,
Yeah.
they just,
Tolerance for it, but it sounds good.
Since we renovated it, we've kind of been trying to see how the sound of it works, but I think having all the lights and just a lot of objects has really helped.
We should talk a little bit about lighting for two reasons. One, I probably put it at the beginning of the video, but this video is sponsored by Amaran. And I believe Amaran sent you over some lights as well. This is the F22, right? Is this the C or is it full color?
yes.
Okay, F22C.
And then they sent us the Pano 60C kit, which we've been using so much.
Yeah, one of the things that we do is often I'll build a project in the workshop and then I'll bring it up to the house because it will be a project for the house. And we've had to haul these like big lights with C-stands and now we just have little LED panels. And it's actually been very, very nice because you don't need a huge light.
Oh, with
to
the Amaran
light this
panels.
with. Yeah.
Yeah, I just started using them too. Nobody's gonna listen to me though, because I'm on the take. But
Yeah.
but I do find them actually quite convenient to use.
They have been they're so lightweight and small and still pack a punch. So
Kudos to you and Anna though. I did see a more recent video. You had a shot, I would assume, from your house that kind of looked like a classic kind of like Netflix documentary interview shot.
one where I was talking about product business
Maybe.
and it was like a complete sit down piece
Yeah.
to camera.
It looked great.
Talking, well, thank you. It's all
So,
Anna.
Good job, Anna.
Thank you.
So it's been a little bit challenging balancing having workshop light and just a light that's pleasant to work in
Yeah.
and camera light. I like warmer lights when I'm working. I like get crazy or go crazy when you go to somebody's house and they have like hospital cold light. And I'm
Sure.
like, how do you not
Patrick,
see
you
this?
nodding along over there?
Yeah, this is the same. It's like restaurants that have really bad acoustics. And I'm like, how do you not
Yeah.
just put foam under the table? Anything. Like, it's just these little pet peeves. So I wanted warmer lights and we picked these like LED sconces to kind of give some visual interests on the walls. And the same for the ceiling lights. We put so much thought into what the ceiling lights were gonna be in rows
That's cool.
like that. And
Do
it
you
was,
do them in sections sometimes for shooting things? Like, do you turn some off and some on? And stuff?
depending on what we want to do, it gives us a little bit more control.
The product photography that you mentioned, do you shoot that in here as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so then yeah, you would need control over your light, I guess.
Everything, yeah. And I mean, a big, like honestly, the biggest part of controlling the light is having these blinds. So you have 3 different options. One is having it completely open, having it diffused, or having it completely blacked out. And especially when we're doing product photography and really need to control all the lighting, it's been really, really nice being able to black it out.
That's really smart.
It's very slow, but we'll get there.
No, it's great though.
Also, having it in 3 panels kind of gives us even more control of the light.
Then had you had a shop light sort of above your bench before, or was this new with the F22?
No, honestly, working with like using the camera lights as my work lights has been really nice as well.
Some makers don't think about video lighting as like a tool that can also be beneficial to the work they're doing, right?
No, but it really is.
So you shoot your videos, and then what happens?
This actually changed just a couple of weeks ago. So normally what I would do is I would have editors in Germany do a rough cut of the video, and then I would edit everything. So like from 50% to 100% was me editing. And before that, I used to edit everything. But then we just hired a full-time editor. So she does the first revs, I leave notes.
So you have a video cut down almost
Perfectly,
completely,
yeah.
and then the voiceover off of that.
Yeah.
So you just watch. Are you watching and basically saying, "This is where I decided to put the screwdriver in the outlet," or whatever? Like.
Yeah, you know me so well. Yeah, so and that will usually be like version 5 of a video, and then we'll do the voiceover pass. And it might have been that I've sent rough voiceovers that I've just recorded on my phone. Before that, just to have placeholders and everything. And then after that, once we picture lock, it's coloring, doing audio, which I'm so happy to not have to do if I never have to color a video again. So Billet usually works from home, but comes in when we have new footage.
When she wants to be in the video,
and
I get it.
She wants to be in the video. or when we're shooting, you'll also be BCam and help things up.
What do you guys edit with? Final Cut or no, Resolve?
Premiere.
Premiere? Okay. 33% chance, and I got it wrong twice.
Yeah, that's great. So one of the things I'm proud of here is my seamless storage that I installed. I was thinking of really fancy setups where I was like, oh, you need some sort of latch or a thing to remove it. And then I was like, literally just need 2 like curtain rods and then you can just pull it down.
This is like tiny home mindset of like everything's got to be storing something, you know?
I mean, I feel like it's all, a lot of projects I do is just how can I maximize the functionality of this object or the space in a way.
And then what's back here? A gear locker?
A little bit messy.
What's the other lens you got here? 7200? Yeah. Batteries. This is a nice little like tidy little charging station, you know? Yeah, not bad, not bad. Tape on a little string. Ooh, clamps. Those are some good clamps. Who's the gummy bear aficionado?
Prussia, because there is a monster up on the loft. And it's not that guy. It's that guy, which is my new 3D printer. And they send so many gummy bears with your 3D printer. It's like 5 bags of gummy bears.
To hear me out.
Gummy bears.
Instead of like resin, whatever fruit just goes in a gummy bear, they make a 3D printer that can like.
So we're gonna have actual railing here.
This is where the hobbits live.
Yes, we are fairly short people.
You can almost. I mean, that's not good for your neck, but you can almost fit.
I have bad posture, so this is actually kind of great for me.
What's with the giant crustacean?
Mantis Shrimp. I did that with...
Is that the one that can like punch it like Mach Schnell?
Yes. I did a project with Weta Workshop in New Zealand. They did all the like props for Lord of the Rings and...
I don't remember there being a mantis shrimp in Lord of the Rings though.
No, there was not. But they invited me to come to New Zealand and that we would build a project together. And they asked what I wanted to do. And I choked and I said, a mantis shrimp costume. So he's been with me ever since. This is the Dusty Quarter. It's all the Tools That Need Dust collection, which we haven't installed yet. So CNCelia, which is my CNC, is currently down because you really need dust collection for this
I'm sorry, do they all have cute names? Is that what you're telling me? CNCelia?
She does.
Okay.
I use this for every project for a couple of years. And then I haven't used it in a while and been more relying on my laser cutter and my 3D printer. But this is, if I could only pick 2 tools to have in the workshop, it would be these ones.
Bandsaw?
Yes, good job.
These are tools I know. Belt sander?
Great.
Table saw?
Well, look at you.
With a saw stop?
Yeah.
So you hot dog finger it and it turns off?
Got all 10 fingers still.
Oh, she's mixing brands.
Yeah, we got DeWalt and Makita. I am definitely a Makita girl. DeWalt sent me a bunch of tools though, so they get to be her.
Drill press,
Drill
Laguna.
press. Beautiful one. She's fancy.
Remember when Jerry kept talking about Laguna?
It's a Laguna laser.
Oh, the Laguna, eh?
Yeah, the Laguna.
Gotta go with the
yeah,
Laguna.
Laguna makes some pretty awesome tools.
Come on, Laguna, you can do better than this. A bit finicky.
What font is this? This looks familiar to me.
This is Rooney. So I just updated all the fonts and I've tried to get a consistent graphic profile in my videos. I really want to have a kind of style of animation as well, so we can explain how different mechanical things work with animation, but that's for later.
So do you use that typeface in your graphics too?
Yeah, this is just the font that we use in the videos, which is Rooney. Before, the font of the workshop was Grand Hotel, which I still think is fun. It's a little bit romantic.
Nice, but it's not as good for web graphic, right? So
yeah, no, it's not super great for videos. So yeah, I just switched this out yesterday because I knew you were gonna come.
all right, let's test. This one's supposed to have scissors, knives, and pliers in it.
Scissors, knives, pliers.
Is this the missing piece?
This is the missing piece. So I released a solid white puzzle that has a officially missing piece, so you only get 499 out of 500 puzzles.
It's a sadistic product.
It is sadistic, and we have the factory remove the same piece for every puzzle. So this is a jar of a bunch of customers' missing pieces. So
Oh, those are all the missing piece. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
so it's always the same one in each puzzle because otherwise you could just buy two, and
Smart.
yeah, and make a complete puzzle. I don't have the train, but I put a model train track on the brim of a hat, and the train runs around it. So I thought that was just a fun combination.
You're very creative,
objects.
Simone.
Oh, thank you.
We get it, okay?
Whatever. This is a show and tell. This is not what you want. We made a sexy calendar for our everyday calendar. So here are a bunch of sexy pictures. The everyday
It's an excellent
calendar. Thank you.
What are you keeping track of now?
Nothing.
This is what a calendar would look like if I was, not snacking as much as I'd like, just crushing it, and then
Yeah.
just a period of existential dread, and then be like, I think I'll get back on track.
Right here.
No.
Yeah, no. Also, there has been a debate of whether I need 4 milk crates filled with Lego, including an entire big bin up there. And the answer is yes.
Oh, this is the fancy Lego.
Yeah.
It's like that Connects or whatever it's called, Technic.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff is junk, right? I mean, like
Whatever.
a deflated basketball.
Yeah, but you can inflate it. I mean, a lot of it's a combination of objects that we need for building stuff, but also just props for shooting stuff. Because you never know when you're going to need 100 ping pong balls.
One more throw to Amaran because we didn't talk about it, and you get another little Amaran fixture here.
Yeah.
T2C.
So this is less of a work light for me, since I mostly do desk work here, and more just when we shoot to have the
Like for this shot.
background pop a bit more. Yeah.
All right, Simone. Thank you for the tour. I have completed your final grading, and I give this to you to look over for your records there. Okay.
I get a 10, but we don't know what it's out of. 10 out of
Yeah. Out of it.
infinity. Out of it. And also, welcome to the Hampton Inn Suites.
And because you did such an excellent job, I will give you my coveted purple star. You got stickers too?
You can't have Adam's sticker on your board,
Oh, yeah, Savage
and
Industries.
that I don't get to stake my claim. Wait, let me do it over here. Also, how's cussing?
Oh, you're a little too deep to be asking now. so
Okay.
be yourself. Do whatever you want to
Yeah,
do.
but also, like, it will pierce your skull for
Yeah.
sure. So anyway,
So,
but
yo,
so far,
shops are fun.
so good. I'm the lizard guy. I make all the lizard noises.
gonna-
Door handle that I thought of as the end slate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Heard.
Is this
So-
related to our video, Simone?
No, sorry. It's just I was seeing she was picking the last shot. We always have a
Don't
shot.
whatever
that we
she
end
says
on.
to you, don't do that. Delete that clip. Okay.
Hold for sound. I'm gonna do 1.5 minutes of voiceovers.
The way you just
I love cartilage.
boil that up. What does it say under this leg?
So it says what I say at the end of my videos, which is okay, bye. Oh my God, you're so close.
And that's how we end the video. Oh my God, you're so close.